Hello everybody, I haven't done a live video in a while, so I thought I'd try doing one in the house because it's too cold to work on bees, so I can't really show that. But there's a few questions that people ask me, and I wanted to start doing some videos describing, explaining some of these things that people ask me all the time when I'm at the farmers markets or other tables. Today I want to talk about, does stainless steel, or I shouldn't say stainless steel, but metal have an effect on honey? That's a question I get asked all the time at the markets. And the other question is similar. What is the point of a honey dipper? How do you use a honey dipper? Is it better than using just your spoon? So we'll start with the metal. So there's a little bit of truth to it. The truth being that honey is actually slightly acidic. Slightly acidic honeys will cause maybe some corrosion on certain metals. The thing is that the metals that we're talking about might be like copper or iron, and most people aren't using copper or iron spoons. Because of this, or what we're actually using is stainless. Most of our equipment that we use when we process honey is actually stainless steel. It doesn't really react to the honey. It doesn't affect the honey. It's neutral. You could leave the spoon inside of this honey for a very long time. It's not going to cause any damage to it. Perhaps if you're using iron or copper, perhaps those things would corrode over time and might have some damage, but unlikely. Plus, if you take the spoon and you put it in your honey, and you take it out, and you move it over to your lovely sourdough toast in order to put some on there, you've had very minimal contact with that surface. Even if this was copper or iron, it is very unlikely it's going to cause any damage. So if you're really concerned, the only thing you really would need to do is just not leave it in the honey for an extended period of time, and that would be it. So don't worry about your stainless spoons. You can use them. We actually had at some of the health food stores, they were selling a whole bunch of honey dippers because people were concerned about damaging their honey. And although I love to sell honey dippers, it actually doesn't benefit in that way. So with that said, use stainless, it's fine. If you have copper or iron, just don't leave them in there. Not that you do, most people don't use that type of metal. So the second thing would be, what is the point of the honey dipper? And is it actually better than using a spoon? Well, this is a spoon, and you can do it if you dip the honey. You're just going to be twisting it and get it kind of stick. Don't just carry it over because it's going to drizzle and get everywhere and get everything sticky. Stop spinning it and let it run. But now with the honey dipper, because this has flat ends, flat sides, the honey dipper, what we got is it's round and it's got these ribs, so it holds a lot more honey, and it's also easier to spin. So we put it in the honey, plus it's wood if you're concerned about the metal. And when you take it out, you just turn it until it stops running. And so it holds the honey, it'll hold actually quite a bit. Take it over to as you want to drizzle, go ahead and stop. Put it in your tea, put it on your bread, whatever it is you want to do. Go ahead and let it run out. Then when you're done, you got what you want, you just start turning it, it'll stop. You can take it back over and put it in your jar. I leave my honey on the counter actually exposed. As long as the humidity's low, it won't harm it. If you have really high humidity, it will absorb the moisture, which can cause fermentation. And because of that, I can actually leave this in the honey, and it'll pretty much just float there for the most part. And then I can just take the honey dipper up and use it whenever I want. And as long as you just remember to do that turn and be patient, then, oh, got a little bit too much. Before you move it over to the side, then you won't make a mess. And so your jars stay clean, your tables stay clean, everything stays clean. And that holds quite a bit of honey, so it's easy to use. And as far as that stainless thing goes, my brother made these. These are this is a stainless steel honey dipper. And I've also found these before, and these work really well, oddly. It's another stainless like wire honey dipper, and that actually holds the honey really well too. So this works like that. Actually, that piece on the end makes it kind of hard. There we go. So you can kind of see how that's working. It holds quite a bit of honey. Just stop. And then let it run. Got a lot of honey on my bread. So that's it. So that's how you use a honey dipper. That's why I use a honey dipper. And that is the thing about stainless. Don't worry about the stainless. It's not going to harm your honey. But honey dippers are great as far as moving the honey around and limiting your mess. So that's my recommendations for now. If you need any honey, or if you need any supplies or honey dippers, you can get them from spencershoney.com, and I'll be glad to help you out. And I'll get those things shipped out to you right away. Or you can do porch pickup. If you live in the area, you can do free local pickup, and you can come out to Lake Orion and pick it up. Or pick up at Rebecca's Healthy Nutrition, Oasis Health Source, Yates over in Lake Orion, and a few other places. So that's it. Have a great day. Enjoy the sun.